All right, folks. Welcome back to another episode of QYB. We're coming at you, or I'm coming at you, I should say. I am doing this one alone. Tyler is being a great dad, being a good family man, taking his kids and his wife on a road trip. I think he goes and sees some family over here on the west side of the country. So hopefully he gets to have a little bit of fun, relax, and not think about work maybe, and I don't know, quit his bitching a little bit. He does a little too much bitching, if you ask me. A little too much complaining, yammer. He's too white to be complaining. You should just smile. What's that Chris Tucker line? I don't know what movie it's from, but you're white. Smile. Come on, Tyler. Anyways, he's gonna be back probably in a month. So hopefully in a month. I mean, he's not back in a month. That means something went terribly wrong. So hopefully he comes back. And next week, we did pre-record one episode. Full disclosure, we tried to record for each of the weeks, so 4 weeks that he wouldn't be here, but being the horrible procrastinating planners that we are, we only got to record one, and we did that as a 4th of July, nothing special, but we got that episode coming out next Wednesday. So the other times, I'm just trying this one out this week solo to see how you guys like it. If you guys want me to go ahead and off myself, let me know. But first, like and subscribe. No, I'm just kidding. So this is just going to be a test run, see how things go. I mean, this is a little weird talking by myself, not hearing any reaction at all. I also don't have the soundboard next to me, which I wish I did. At least I could have some fun with that. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes for a little bit. Hopefully, I don't go too long. I probably won't, because who the hell wants to listen to me talk all this time? So for something that I wanted to start with is I'm going to go ahead and get some few scenarios from the internet, and we're going to see, are these people describing a situation where, okay, they got a little gripe. They got a legitimate gripe. Or are these people just being little whiny babies and need to quit their bitching? All right? This is going to be a kind of hopefully a new segment we do. It's going to be legit or QYB. And if we were really good and professional, we would have some music and some graphics. But obviously, we have none of that. All right. Maybe in the near future. I mean, we still do need an intern. So if you guys are out there listening to us, you have some sort of editing skills, somewhat handy on a computer, you can fill out a search bar in Google. You do that, pull up some stuff. Maybe, withstand a little hazing. Hazing's not bad, all right? Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it builds in the real brotherly environment of a team, Other times, I mean, it could be, if you go a little too far, yeah, you could ruin everything. Really probably hurt people. But hey, what could go wrong? You give people some power, right? We trust people. They're good. They won't abuse it. Right? Anyways. I'm sorry, I completely fucking lost my train of thought. What the hell were we talking about? See, this is where I can't do it. Well, I can do it by myself, but I can't do this episode by myself. Just a recording of me with my thoughts, not knowing where the hell I go. This is not good. This is immediately, I should jump off ship. But hey, we won't. I really don't remember what the hell I was talking about. I really wish I could remember. Yeah, I got nothing. All right, so oh yeah, hazing. We were talking about. Look at that, came back right in the nick of time, baby. I said Nick. All right, that's all I said. I said nick of time. All right, nick of time. All right, I didn't say whatever you guys thought I said. If it wasn't nick of time. Anyways, so hazing. It's not such a bad thing, and I think one of my favorite podcasts now. I mean, it's just recently I've gotten really into these guys. Legion of Skanks. These guys are pretty funny. I know he's a Puerto Rican guy at the helm, so maybe I'm a little biased. Whatever. I think it's funny. I think they're stupid, which is synonymous to funny for me. And they make me laugh. They're so funny. And right now they're going through like their own little, and this is what I love. These guys are so freaking good at making their own little things, their own little segments of stuff. They have their own intern kind of like tournament style bracket type for interns. And they have to, whoever comes out up top, I think it's just one. I'm not sure how much, so I'm not sure. But whoever comes out on top, will remain the intern. And man, I gotta tell you, they enjoy their hazing. And I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's pretty good. I think it builds that brotherly environment because it's done with a sense of not necessarily being hostile. It's with you trying to gain that chemistry. You're building something because usually the strongest people can get in a relationship, the strongest that their relationship can ever be is when they have gone through some shit. I mean, there's just no other way around it. If you have a relationship that has never been stressed, has never been tested, I mean, you're never, ever going to have a strong relationship, truly. I would call that a weak relationship. I would even call that a fake relationship because there's no relationship out there that doesn't have some sort of, yeah, we're going through some shit right now. Like it's the relationship you would tell your work friends. Like, how's your weekend? Oh, it was great. When really, your wife probably pissed you off to the point where you were screaming like a damn lunatic. I digress. Sorry, I don't even know how to speak English, So hazing is the shit. And I like the way the Legion of Cakes are doing. I really have no other reason to bring this up. I just really enjoy them doing it, And their Spring Term Olympics little bracket, I think is pretty cool. I think the way they had like 5 or not 5. I had like 10 contestants. I could be wrong. I could get this wrong, but I feel like they had like 10 contestants and they all had to like send in a video thing, a video. I don't know if it was them. I want to say interview, but I don't think it was an interview with them. I think it was just kind of like send in some sort of video resume, maybe. So like that could have been the form of maybe an interview of like a headshot, but that's pretty boring. It's probably more of like how creative can you get and show us the skills of your video, probably because podcasts, you need somebody that's handy. Excusez-moi. Stomotelos. So, you need to have somebody that knows what they're doing and feels comfortable with computers. So I feel like that was a good way. Get them in there, get them in the door, and then they make the content with it. They like freaking have them challenge each other and go, and some lighthearted competition. I think when they started off, I think they had like a challenge of who could keep their glass raised. Notice how I do that with my left arm. I'm a pro, dude. You ain't gonna catch me with me. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna catch me, So they hold the glass up. Competition, it's a full glass. They just, with water or whatever. They gotta hold it up. And I'm like, dude, what a fun way to freaking get these guys. And like, at least like that seems like a way that you could also build a relationship with whoever stays. So it's like, It's so different from just getting an application, getting to an interview of, whatever, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, however long an interview would take. I mean, especially with an intern. What are you going to do? I think that's the way to go. So all that to say is that whenever QYB gets to the freaking point of getting an intern, all you guys need to know is I am for sure hazing. Like, that is a for sure thing I'm doing. There's no way I'm not going to partake in that. Like, if I was part of that, what was that? It was probably The Experiment. I forgot what the movie name was. It was with Adrian Brody. Oh, man. Did I say Brody? I don't know what his name is. Adrian. What's the guy? What's the pianist guy? Shut up, bro. I said Brody. Yeah. Adrian Brody. And it was that experiment with, like, they go into a place where a fake prison, and they have half of them are guards and half of them. I know some of you guys have seen this movie. It's pretty freaking good. I mean, anything psychological, it's like, oh man, what are they doing? Right? So it gets me. I get drawn into that. I don't know if that tells more about me than anyone else, but they have half of them go as guards and half of them go as policemen. And boy, could you freaking already guess what happens. I mean, the minute you get any sort of power, you're like, you better follow the line or I'm going to beat the shit out of you. It's like it's not even 20 seconds has passed. And you already have some motherfucker going out there and be like, I'm going to kill some bitch. Or they go all Daniel Day-Lewis and they get a little too method. They're like, I'm a fucking security guard. Man, what a movie. It was really good, though. I mean, obviously, I kind of sell it badly, but it slowly goes into it, right? And you kind of get to see the slow turn of how evil we as humans can really be. Kind of fucked up. Not a good look for us. But, I mean, we've seen the Rodney King videos, right? Since the invention of video, I mean, we've been pretty, if anything at all, we've been very consistent with who we are, So I could easily say if I was in that experiment and I was on the prison side, dude, oh man, probably would not look good for me. I mean, I would just be fucking, dude, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'll surprise myself. I don't think so. But I just feel like if I had like the power of Kim Jong-un or something, what are we talking about? It would just be so easy. So easy just to fucking get so drunk on that power. I don't know. I mean, I hope I would surprise myself. I would like to think, but that's just because I have experienced what I've experienced already. Like if I was a completely different person and I got that, I mean, all right, whatever. I guess that's what makes us us. But I'm just saying, I could totally see myself fucking beating a fucking poor, accountant that signed up for this experiment. Just 2 weeks ago, we were freaking sitting side by side on a bus. I was telling him about my kids or something, dude. And then 2 weeks later, like, shut up! Fucking break his nose or something, at the battalion or baton. Yeah, baton. So, this is scary thoughts, dude. This is scary thoughts, people. I want to say people. There's probably some lady, Natalie. Some lady out there that's listening to this. I don't know why. Anyways, I found some cool stuff. I don't know how we got here, but I found some cool stuff on the internet. So this is I don't even remember if I introduced this kind of newish segment that I would like to introduce. I'd like to maybe see how it goes. Hopefully you guys like it. But I'm going to go, I'm going to read through kind of a situation. I don't know if you guys are aware, but Reddit kind of has some good discussion groups, discussion boards, some really compelling talk. Now, what they have is gossip, and they like to share their experiences and their viewpoint on things. And I can't lie here. I would probably do the same thing. I'm such a insensitive little girl, you know? Every time I go through something, like even with my kid, I'll go through something, I act or I react, maybe I get a little too heated in the moment. Can't control my anger, and I explode. I'm fucking pop off, right? And then I think about it later. I'm like, damn, was I an asshole right there? Will my kid freaking hate me? Am I going to be put in a home? So I totally sympathize for these people that post their situation and then they reflect. They ask a true, question. Am I unreasonable? And you know what? Here at QYB, we're going to try to let you know, hey, you, my friend, have a legitimate gripe. You have a legitimate gripe. Or you have a legitimate gripe and you should be a little upset. It's, it may not be necessarily just right now. You have a legitimate gripe and it's okay to be upset. Or we're going to let you know that is complete beep. I was going to say horse dookie. So maybe I should have said complete horse beep. Sorry, some boards over there. I can't really, Here. I got to figure out which one's which. All right, that was a fail. Anyways, horse beep. We will let you know that you do not have a legitimate gripe and you need to buckle up and quit your bitching. All right? Because, there's been so many times, like me. Like, I'll be just in a dad environment, right? You got kids everywhere. They're playing along, having a merry old time, and then you find a perfect opportunity to catch a ball game right on the couch. And then as soon as you turn on that television, freaking make a nice little spot for you on the sofa, maybe get a beer, maybe get some chips. But as soon as you sit down, just one little squeaky voice, Dad, I'm hungry. And you're like, fuck! What the fuck? You couldn't have told me this while I was getting the chips, And it's just fucking downhill from there. You just left off a little. It's like one of those choo-choo trains. Choo-choo. Just leave the steam. Let the steam leave. Get it over with. Because you know what? In that scenario, I need to quit my bitching, buckle up, and understand. My kids are going to get hungry, and I need to go get them some freaking food. Right? So that's the name of the game here. All right? Are we going to be babies? Are we going to be grown adults and quit our bitching? All right, so the first one we got. I know that was a pretty good intro. Clip that. Repeat that every freaking show or every time we have a segment. Get that in there, right? Get the people riled up. Or you might hate this. I don't know. However you view it. So anyways, I got this one. It says, refusing to let their fiance play dad to his nephew. Ooh. All right. So it says my fiance donated sperm to his brother and now ex-wife because they were having issues conceiving. Ooh. Oh no. No swimmers, no swimmers. They need to swim. Uh-oh. Someone might have had their boxer briefs a little tight, you know? That's why you can't wear whitey tighties. That's why you either go commando or boxers. I mean, even briefs. You gotta let the boys breathe. All right, so having issues conceiving, the wife was checked by multiple doctors, but his brother refused to get checked. Well, I think we all know the issue. And I gotta let that guy know, wherever you are, dude, you are not a man. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That sucks. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't know what else to tell you, but yeah. I mean, I hope everything's going okay. You're not watching this, so who cares? So anyways, so he didn't want to get checked out. I wonder why. Obviously, we don't want our feelings hurt. Nobody wants to freaking say, "Hey, you're the problem," right? Nobody wants to hear that. No, but I got to let you guys know. This is life. All right? Once you get past, I don't know. I feel like once you hit puberty, right? You just have to hear the hard truths. You know, if you suck at something, you suck at it. If you need to get better, you need to get better. But to keep on, you know, oh, let's just lie to ourselves. Oh, boy. Just setting yourself up for failure. You know? Take it from me. A failure. Just setting yourself up. All right, so I don't even know what we're saying. Yeah, we just gotta be truthful. That's it. Be truthful. Be honest to yourself. That's the most important thing. I mean, it's just the worst. It's the worst when you have somebody that thinks they're the shit, and in all reality, they suck. You know, it's just the worst. So don't be that guy. Don't be the guy, you know, that's shooting blanks and thinks just because I don't get checked by a doctor, I'm not shooting blanks. No, pal, you're shooting blanks, okay? And I didn't make the rules. I'm not the creator. I didn't make your nuts. You know, I didn't put your hard wiring together. You know, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. All right. I got something in me that makes me want to be fat and just stay fat, I guess. You know, you know, it's just, that's the way it is. Boy, that was a really fat mentality right there. I'm just fat. It is what it is. Just a fat ass. Now bring me another pizza. I just had pizza last night. Surprise, surprise. Anyways, so this lady then goes on to say, so they roped my fiance into secretly donating sperm. Oh, I wasn't comfortable with the idea, but the fiance comes with from a close-knit family, so I knew I wouldn't be able to convince him to not help his brother, even if I tried. It's kind of fucked up. I mean, that's a tough one. Would I secretly donate sperm to my brother? Well, Papa ain't no bitch, you know? I would, if I wanted to give sperm, if I wanted to give my brother a little treat of the magic milk, you know what I mean? If I wanted to bless him with some creamy surprise by his old younger brother Nick, you know, I would have looked my wife in the eye and said, baby, I'm going to be an uncle. I mean, that's just what you got to do. You got to be straight up. I don't know. This seems like a very, very, I mean, that's not an obvious, I'm making it seem like it's not an obvious thing, but it's just such a very suspicious thing, man. Such a, I mean, who would do that? Who goes donate sperm? I mean, it was fiance, okay, so it wasn't wife. Maybe I'm putting in my shoes. I'm thinking that if it's, Natalie, my wife, in that scenario, if we were fiance, girlfriend, I would, girlfriend, okay. Fiance, you gotta let them know. They're, you know, at that point, you've decided. I mean, you gotta let them know at least before you marry, right? Well, I guess she's saying fiance, so they haven't married yet. You know what? Maybe this guy did do the right thing. Maybe I'm judging too early, not giving him the benefit of the doubt. This little blank shooter, huh? Maybe he is a good guy. Maybe it's just bad luck that he's dry. Look at me, rhyming, and I don't even have to try. I should end it there and say goodbye. Oh man, I'm on fire! All right, sorry, I've never rhymed before, as you could probably guess. So I mean, look, that is obviously such a red flag. I mean, sorry, I was so close to saying a different word that I do not want out there for you guys to hear. Out of all seriousness, when a man goes behind your back and donates his sperm, his valuable sperm, I just don't think he cares about you. I think you got to really analyze that situation and really ask yourself, is this going to be my husband, the father of my children, and my nephew-in-law? I mean, I if I was you, if I was a woman, I would say no. I would say not. It's just that's just not, like I said. The story says fiance. I don't have the full complete story, so maybe he's done the right thing, right? After doing the wrong thing, obviously, right? The wrong thing clearly being, you know, it wasn't even giving the sperm to the brother or the brother's wife in this case, which, I mean, the method of how that was given also plays a huge role, right? If it was a professional handshake, petri dish, okay. I mean, they're going old school, you know. That's a rough one. I mean, if I was the brother, I wouldn't even want that, you know. I would rather have a stranger at that point, you know? I mean, okay. Don't clip that. I would never I can do this. First of all. Okay, actually, this leads me to a very interesting. Would I do this? Would I do if I was shooting blanks and if I wanted a kid, I mean, is it less expensive than adopting? Because I mean, I do hear adopting is not cheap, right? I mean, unless I go to south of the border, baby. Go to Colombia. Like I can get myself fucking 5 for the price of probably 1. Man, that's why they go to South America, man. Everything's cheap. That's why people go to like doctors and stuff, get surgeries, probably get kids too. That's why frickin' Brad and Angelina went to Africa. And we all thought it was like from the goodness of their heart. Look at that. I wonder what even happened with all those kids, They got divorced, so that's sucks. I'm not rooting for divorce ever, I don't know why I say that. Like that's a difficult thing to do, I'm not doing it. Not rooting for divorce. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with this. I lost my train of thought. So let's get back to this guy. This guy shooting blanks. He got his brother that is engaged to give him some of his, right? So then it says, I wasn't comfortable with the idea, but my fiance, I already said this, right? This comes from a close-knit family. So she knew she wouldn't even be able to convince him, even if she tried. So then she goes on to say his brother was supposed to raise the child as his own, but he couldn't cope with the fact that the baby wasn't biologically his. So he divorced his wife before she even gave birth. Dude, what are you doing? Oh my gosh. I mean, you can't really get buyer's remorse. I mean, that's just something that shouldn't be an option. How do you some people, dude. I don't get that. You know? What did you expect? All right, ever since my fiance has been supporting her financially. Oh, so shit. Financial. Oh my God. Because his brother left her with nothing and she doesn't work. No, okay. I thought we were talking about the baby. I hope the baby doesn't work, but damn. So now the fiance, what, did he have sex with her? What is he? So the fiance is taking care of the baby mama and the baby. To an extent, I was okay with this because she was probably the biggest victim in all of this. And my fiance's brother is a huge jackass. But it did make me uncomfortable when he was buying her gifts to cheer her up or going to doctor appointments with her. Uh-oh. This is leading into uncharted territory. So this guy might be freaking falling, or maybe not. Maybe I'm like a little too much. Maybe I'm being a little gossip girly, you know? Maybe I'm a little too far into this. Maybe I shouldn't jump so quick, you know? So she's just uncomfortable with her fiance trying to buy gifts for the baby mama of his brother's baby, even though it's biologically his baby. And she did not like him buying gifts for her, which I get. If my wife was buying gifts for another man, I probably would not like it. I don't like it. Shit. I think she talks to gay. I mean, she says this. Maybe I need to really take a good look. You know what I'm saying? No, but she has male friends. I don't know how else to describe this. That she talks to, and they are, they're batting for the other team. And it still bothers me. I mean, I'm one of those guys, I'm like, if I hear that, I'm like, yeah, but is he really? Or is this just the long game? Is he doing something else, huh? Is he doing old Chuck and Larry? Just never know. Until I find out. There's only one way to find out, you know? So, I always have to test them. Anyway, so since giving birth, my fiance has now decided he'll raise the baby with her because he doesn't want the child to grow up fatherless. What are you gonna tell the baby? That's like the big question for me. You know, I really hope the baby doesn't get messed up, dude, because of you guys. And also, look, I know Tyler's not here to defend his race, but this has got to be a white thing, right? This has got to be like a white family, right? There's just no way. Is that racist? I hope not. What are you guys picturing? Telling me it's something other than white? Nah, come on. All right, so then she wants to raise. Also, a big reason I think he wants to raise the baby is because his brother made it seem like she was unfaithful to his family. So they're questioning whether the baby is a part of their family or not. And my fiance doesn't want his nephew to be shunned. Damn, dude. Your brother is a huge jackass. No, I mean, seriously. You nailed it. What a complete shitbag. There's just no other way to describe this guy. He has a baby, he decides to. This guy musters up the courage. First of all, after shooting blanks, his sperm doesn't even work. His tubing doesn't even tube. Nothing. And you're telling me he has the balls to go and ask not only just another man, not only just a family man, but your brother. Ugh. I mean, the fucking confidence you have to obtain to be able to go to your brother and look him in the eye and say, my nutsack doesn't work. Can I borrow yours? Ugh. I mean, I don't have the balls to do that now, and my nutsack works. And then you go in and you have the baby, or you get the baby started and growing and forming. And now you're like, well, that baby ain't mine. Oh my gosh. You are just the biggest drama queen. Just because God gave you a male organ that doesn't work. It probably still works, obviously. I mean, it didn't say, I don't know. Maybe if it didn't work, ugh, what a life. Not something I would look forward to, But I'm just saying. I forgot what I was saying, but it's just the audacity of this guy. Then you get the baby, you get it growing in the mama's tummy, and you say, that's not mine, I want out. Man, oh man. And look, hopefully I raise my daughters to be a little smarter than this, to make a little more sound decisions. All right? But boy, to get talked into doing this, because I can't imagine that poor little girl is saying, oh yeah, I'll have your brother's baby. No problem. I mean, unless she spoke like that, right? So you put this poor girl in this situation, and look, I'm not the one to really be like, oh, let's not play victim. It's her decision too. Yeah, it is. But I mean, I'm a very traditional man. This might piss a lot of you guys off, but there's a structure, I think, and I believe in the Creator. I believe in, big guy. So I do think, we men tend to make the decisions more. So yes, I put that responsibility a little more on this douchebag. And so this poor girl is pregnant, and then this asshole just is like, nah, you had my brother's baby. Ugh. Man, oh man. And then she has the kid, right? And it's not even like a random kid. I mean, I'm just going off the story. So if it is a random kid and this girl is a fucking truck stop whore or whatever, then all right, scratch what I just said. They deserve what they get, Everybody, karma really does exist, right? If this is that. I mean, I still believe in karma, but I do think things happen to shitty people. It is what it is. Or shitty things happen to good people, and shitty things, really, there's no discrimination. Shitty things. I mean, it is really the gold standard of inclusivity. Is just random shitty things. Whether you're fucking, I'm sure shitty things have to happen to Jeff Bezos. I'm sure. Maybe not as, what we picture, but I'm sure there's a moment or moments in his life as a billionaire or whatever, and Elon Musk, that they still go through and they're like, damn, this is a shitty thing. All right. I'm not saying boo-hoo them. I'm just saying it doesn't discriminate. So I don't want to, I hate, I don't know why. I just hate putting that on these people. I don't know, I'm saying if she is a truck stop whore and it could be a different baby, then yeah, that makes a little more sense. Why, things kind of panned out how they did. The laws of the universe, baby. And then, so this guy, so then the girl gets the baby and has the baby. And then it's, like I said, it's not even a stranger baby. It is your flesh and blood. It's your brother's sperm, your genetic. It's still part of your genetic makeup. And now you're trying to have this baby kicked out of the family? Damn, dude. Some guys just really have the dirtbag gene. They just don't give a fuck. Man. I mean, it sounds like the brother's a stand enough guy, but boy, does that really. Yeah, I don't know if there's probably things missing here. Probably a lot of things. I mean, we are getting this from the perspective of the guy that's shooting blanks sister-in-law to be, right? So it's what the fuck is she gonna know about his relationship, really? Unless they're gossip. But I'm sure there's things missing. But he really has it out for her. And this poor child. Obviously, it's a child. Child doesn't have anything to do with this. You dumbass mistakes. All right. And then so she says, my fiance doesn't want his nephew to be shunned, right? And then she's like, I'm completely against this. It was bad enough that I had to accept another woman birthing his child before me, but I don't want to be a stepmother. Yeah. Dude, step parenting, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it would be for me. Look, I get it. I mean, if I absolutely love somebody, boy, the agreement, moving on, the agreement was that my fiance would be only an uncle to the baby, which is something I can cope with. Anything more is too much. I know this isn't easy, and it's not an easy situation for the ex. I sympathize with her, but this isn't my problem. She shouldn't have let her husband push her into something she wasn't comfortable with. And my fiance has already done far enough for her. Okay. That was the end of it. I know it took me a while. I get sidetracked. So if you made it with me, let's go. Yeah, she ends it there. She kind of asks, am I being an asshole? I mean, I don't know what. So does that mean, I'm guessing it means if she goes and if things stay the way they are, she's done. She's leaving, right? So would she be the asshole if she left? I gotta say, I don't think so. I think as soon as the fiance kind of made his bed and his decision to secretly get his brother sperm, dude, that's not like a normal thing, right? And when it's an abnormal thing, you gotta disclose it. At least to your I think I'd say fiance would be the bottom line, right? If it's a fiance and above, so fiance and wife, right? If it's one of those and it's a fucking game-changing fucking thing that you're fucking going through right now, life-changing, I think you gotta disclose. I think you gotta let them know. And I'm just saying this. Maybe this is the little lawyer in me. I mean, I hope I don't have a little lawyer in me. Maybe this is just, covering my ass. But it does cover your ass. Right? If you let people know and be honest with them, I I mean, I think we're all kind of fucked up. We're all humans. We all make mistakes. We all have crazy ass situations at times. We all go through those decisions where it's like, would I share this on my Facebook? Hell no. Do I need to share with my wife? Yeah. Some I gotta do. Because if you don't, just like a grocery store without a sign, you're liable. You're gonna get that brought up. And boy, as a man, I'm sure every guy that's ever been in a situation, you get those times where you do something, might be on the edge. You might be testing the waters, right? Seeing what can you do? What can I get away with here? It's not something it's not cause for termination. We don't separate after this. But it could be a discussion. It could be an evaluation, and it could show up on your permanent record. But sometimes you got to test those lines. Where are they? Right? Where are those explorers? Magellan, Columbus. They saw the lines on a paper and they said, nah, I got to go fucking test those lines. Where are they at? How far can I go and get away with? And apparently Columbus got away with massacre. But that's just a thing that people in relationships go through. And when you find out where that line is, it is like a freaking map. Then that tells you anything over, it's a no-brainer. I fucking gotta. It's gotta get done. Honey, I killed the fucking mailman. Ah, shit, I gotta tell her. All right? Either tell her or kill her. Because, I think either, it might be both. She might not like it. Right? Loose end, whatever. I'm just saying. You gotta tell her. Right? If it's something less, well, I think you got a little leeway, right? I think you got a little leeway. I don't want to give away too many of the tips of the trade, that I've learned in my in my small life as a married man. My young life as a married man. But hey, I'm a lazy motherfucker. And I like to procrastinate. And I feel like when you get those two combined, we find a way to work systems. So I think if she were to leave this guy, I don't think you're being an asshole. I think that that ship has sailed. Now, if it was changed where he told you he really wanted to, and then you gave the ultimatum of either you do this or I'm out, then I think the ultimatum chip is where you get a little asshole-ish. Because we're all people. We should all have the liberty to make our decisions and not be coerced. And that's part of it. I feel like if you're going to respect and be with somebody, you got to let them make those decisions. You got to. Or else what are you doing? Are you marrying a fucking robot? That would be great. But we're not. We're marrying humans. All right? So, you know what? I think freaking old sister-in-law to the blank shooter, I think she's okay. I think the fucking blank shooter, asshole. I think even the brother started off as an asshole, but I think seems like he's been doing the right thing ever since. And that's tough. Because even some people, I think, have an argument, say, why? Why is he taking care of it? I get it. But I don't think he's doing anything wrong. I could be wrong. But I was going to say legit, baby. I think that's a legit gripe. I think there's not much more we need to really say about that. Let me know if you got your brother's sperm. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that was a doozy. That was a doozy of a story, by the way. Golly. I mean, it got me upset. Got me sad. I mean, I was happy that the freaking kid at least had a brother or uncle dad, a dad uncle. So, I mean, it's not a terrible thing. Not the worst thing. It's life, baby. What do we do about life? We quit your bitching. We quit our bitching. All right, folks. I think that's gonna cut it. I think this was a good first solo run. I wasn't sure how it was gonna go. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I wouldn't talk your ears off, but please keep coming back to QYB, baby. Make sure you like us, share us if you want, give us a comment, let us know what your thoughts are. Give us some good, cool topics, whatever you guys want to talk about. I mean, we'd love to expand and grow where we're going.
Bye, quit your bitching.